Today I messed up by screaming at a poor woman in my underwear. I have a job that often allows me to work from home when I need to slash when it's convenient, and because I get up much earlier than my wife, she often doesn't know if I'm home until I come up from the basement around lunchtime. My 2-year-old sleeps with us, and my wife often won't get up until 11 a.m. or so because the baby sleeps late. When I'm working from home and don't have meetings, I'll often just be in an undershirt and boxer briefs typing away on my laptop. Well, when I hear them start moving around upstairs, sometimes I like to sneak up and surprise them. The baby usually gets a huge kick out of it and everyone laughs. Some important context: the kiddo is a little behind on some language skills, and we get a visit every week from a woman who works with them to help them be more vocal. Side note, it is working wonders for our child, and I highly encourage anyone who has a young child that is missing a development milestone or two, to seek out the resources available in their community. My wife handles the scheduling and puts the appointments in the joint calendar we have on our phones. I'm not always able to make the appointments, they are always on a different day and time, so instead of having a conversation about it every time, she just puts the time in the calendar, and if I can make it, great. Well, just a few minutes ago, I was typing away in my underwear, and I heard some movement upstairs. I decided now would be a great time to surprise them. I checked my phone and noted that there was an appointment scheduled for 12:45, almost 2 hours from then. No need to cover up, I figured. As I'm sure you can surmise, this was my crucial mistake. Now, there were plenty of opportunities for me to realize what was about to happen and abort the mission. As soon as I got upstairs, the dogs barked at me for a few moments until they realized who I was. This is unusual and should have been the first clue that someone else was in the house. Instead, my thought process was something like, wow, I'm so stealthy I even spooked the dogs. However, I was thinking clearly enough to realize that the dog's barking alert would alert the fam to my presence, so I started sprinting down the hall to find them, intent on salvaging whatever was left of the element of surprise. I heard laughing in the kiddo's bedroom, which we mostly use as her playroom right now, and I'm sure if I had listened more intently, I would have realized there was one voice too many coming from that room. Instead, I raced headlong to my doom. I threw open the door, stepped proudly into the room and yelled, with a stupid grin hanging on my face, "Hello. Now, let me paint you a picture. I've recently gained a bit of weight and am what you might call portly. My undershirts did not sign up for the job they currently have and look every bit as raggedy and unflattering as you might expect. Thankfully, my underwear is in better shape and my goods are secure at all times. Nevertheless, if there is an ideal body type that you want to see bursting into a room half-dressed and screaming at you, it is not me." At about the time when I was reaching the O in hello, I realized we had a guest. As my O morphed into more of an O, she kind of reflexively helloed back at me before adding, "I'm here." I froze in terror and looked down at my underwear, as if realizing for the first time what I was wearing. My wife, dumbfounded, did a sort of nervous chuckle and told me to close the door. I silently obliged. It felt like the moment went on for a full minute, but I'm sure it was only a few seconds. Regardless, it's a moment that will haunt my dreams, and I don't plan on attending any more of the appointments for fear of sheer embarrassment. TLDR, overconfident in my ninja skills, I attempted to surprise my family but instead traumatized an innocent woman by flashing her my underwear.